Good morning. My name is Judge Craner. We're here for initial appearances today, Saturday, September 21st, 2019. Who are the attorneys in Osceola County? Attorney Schmer?
Judge Craner is Judge Peter Schmer here.
And the state is represented by whom?
Teresa Sia for the state, Your Honor.
All right. For Osceola County, I've got the files in front of me. We have quite a few. We're going to move through them quickly. When your name is called out, please step forward. For IAs, we're going to address the following. Identify you, determine probable cause, consider who counsel may be. If you qualify, I'll probably appoint counsel in all cases, unless you tell me otherwise or I see otherwise. And then we'll determine release conditions, if any. And at IAs, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law, so you probably are advised not to discuss the facts of the case at this time. First person I have up is Jason Alvarez. On deck is Jackie Bennett. Attorney Schmer, I'm going through all these files before. Go ahead.
Mr. Bennett, Judge, is in a hospital. Second person you called. This
Okay.
is Mr. Alvarez.
After that, there will be Jesus Cartagena. And,
He's also in a hospital, Judge.
all right. Then after that would be Camilo Robles, first name Antonio, if he's there. And Attorney Schmer, I have gone through all these and evaluated probable cause. I'm going to move through it. If you feel that there is not cause and want to make an argument, just stop me and let me know. Okay, sir?
It's fine.
Jason Alvarez, you're charged by affidavit with aggravated stalking. And I find probable cause for that. And state you want to be heard with regards to release conditions.
Your Honor, the state is requesting a no bond in this case, if possible. Based on the allegations of this case.
I'm having difficulty hearing you, and I'm Mr. Schmer, Attorney Schmer maybe also. You're asking for a no bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
Attorney Schmer, is it a bondable offense?
Yes, Judge. He has to be given a bond. This is an F3. It's not a life felony.
Does that sound accurate, Attorney Sia?
Yes, Your Honor, that is accurate.
Okay. You want to reassess your suggestion or amount then, based upon the facts, his history, etc.? Attorney Schmer, do you want to be heard on it?
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge. Again, I don't have the NCIC history, nor do I have the warrant, so I can't speak to those facts. I would point out, unless you want a proper testimony, it might be simpler for me to go through the recitation myself and more speedier.
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Alvarez is currently employed. He is a shift manager at a Pizza Hut. He has ties to the community. He has 4 members who live in Florida. He himself has lived here for about 5 years. As I understand it, from talking to him, he has no prior violent criminal history. He is also a member of a church that he's belonged to for the last 3 months, so he does have ties and he's not a flight risk. So I'm asking that a bond be set in amount no greater than $5,000.
State?
Your Honor, he does have priors. He has prior misdemeanors, duellas, petty theft, false reports, and he does have a pending case currently.
Four?
It is 17 mm 509 for petty theft, false report, and false 911 calls.
I'll set bond at $5,000. Order you to have no weapons, no firearms in your possession, no drugs, no alcohol, no return to the place where the event occurred, and zero contact with a victim or witnesses in the case. Counsel's appointed. Thank you and good day. Antonio Camilo Robles. On deck, Joseph Ferguson.
Judge, Mr. Camilo Robles requires a Spanish interpreter.
Do we have one? We don't have one. And can you, sir, put your name on the record that just spoke so we have it clear?
Judge, this is Officer Oquendo, Ray Oquendo, pretrial release out of Osceola County.
I recognize your voice. Good to hear you.
Yes,
Okay.
Judge.
We don't have a Spanish interpreter, so what do? The charge here is, do we get him on the phone? Pardon me?
I don't know where they are.
Okay, let's pass it and we'll come back to it in a moment. Let's speak
Yes, Judge.
next to
Same thing.
Joseph Ferguson. On deck will be Roberto Gonzalez Broche. Your name?
Joseph Ferguson.
Mr. Ferguson, I have a warrant for violation of probation at 13 CF 1761. You'll be held in a no bond status at this time pursuant to the warrant. Public defenders appointed in your case. Thank you and have a good day, sir. Gonzalez Broche, on deck David Loshaw. Your name, sir?
Roberto Gonzalez Broche, sir.
You have an outstanding warrant for violation of probation or committee control.
Can't hear you.
You have an outstanding warrant for violation of community control or probation in 18 CF 2877. You'll be held in a no bond status. Public defender is appointed in your case also. Thank you and good luck, sir.
Excuse me, sir. I never had community control.
Okay, it's a violation of probation then. Thank you for the clarification. All right?
All right.
Thank you, sir. Up, David Loshaw. On deck, Don McCray. Your name, sir?
David Loshaw.
Mr. Loshaw, you failed to appear on a case 19 MM 1678. The judge set no bond. No bond, you'll be held in a no bond status, and the public defender will be appointed if they were appointed previously. Thank you and good luck, sir. Don McCray. Up, on deck, Christopher Madzik.
Judge, in Mr. McCray's case, we're going to waive the reading of the charges.
All right. Charges have been filed. Under the circumstances, a felony. I find probable cause, as did the judge who signed the warrant. Bond is set at $2,000. No unsupervised contact with anyone under 18, including but not limited to a stepdaughter. Public defender is appointed to represent you in this case. Thank you and good luck, sir. Madzik up. Mitchell on deck. Your name, sir?
Christopher Madzik.
Mr. Madzik, you're charged with a violation of probation also in 18 MM 3743. I find cause, as did the judge who signed it. Bond is set at $2,000. Public defender is appointed to represent you in this case. Thank you and good luck, sir. Mitchell, up, on deck, Ross Horta. Your name, sir?
I don't know,
Tommy Mitchell.
Mr. Mitchell, you're charged with failing to appear on a written promise for a felony 18 CF 1888. You'll be held in a no bond status pending further court order, and a public defender is appointed to represent you if they haven't already been. Thank you and good luck, sir.
somebody have a cell phone near the mic?
Judge, in Mr. Mitchell's case, he provided documentation that he was in the Orange County Jail as of the date he missed the court date on May 30th for his pretrial in Osceola County. Can we possibly, I can't verify it because I don't have a computer here, nor am I the assigned attorney, but can we verify that he in fact was in the Orange County Jail during that time period? He just got out yesterday and got released to Osceola, so his failure to appear was not willful.
Okay. Can we? His name is Tommy Joe Mitchell, date of birth 2282. Does anybody there at the Osceola County Jail have a cell phone on near a microphone? That may be why we're getting feedback here.
Judge, no one has a cell phone in this facility or in this room at this moment.
Okay. Our records reflect he was transferred from here to there, presumably recently. So, what are we supposed to do with regards to the case? Judge Tyne indicated he failed to appear.
He was sent yesterday, Your Honor.
Well,
Presumably for 5 months.
I know at this point, obviously, you can't recall, the capias has been served on him, but I would ask that you maybe give him a de minimis bond of $1, for instance, so you can bond out.
Okay. I'm going to set bond at $100 under the circumstances. Can we confirm when he missed court in Osceola County with Judge Tynan? Warrant was issued 5/22/19 for failure to appear for burglary and grand theft. Was he in Orange County Jail on 5/22/19?
Not 5:30.
And I don't have the warrant in front of me. I was just, he represented to me that he missed the May 30th pretrial date. And again, he was in jail from May 30th. So if in fact he missed the court date on May 22nd, then I'm making a misrepresentation based on what I know of the case.
Judge, the capias was issued May 22nd.
Right, that's what my document reflects. So it was issued May 22nd. Was he in this jail on May 22nd?
No.
He was not.
No.
Okay, their records reflect that he was not here on May 22nd, 2019. The warrant was issued May 22nd, 2019. And when was he brought in here? May 30th? So 8 days later, he was brought in here to the Orange County Jail on something else. So if that's all accurate, Attorney Schmer, it appears that he did fail to appear, and he's going to be held on a no bond status.
I understand.
All right, is there
Thank
anything
you.
else to address? So it'll be a no bond
No.
as to 18 CF 1888 in the matter of Tommy Mitchell. Thank you. The next one I have up is Orta Ondek Reyes Barrios. Your name, sir?
Ross Horta.
Mr. Orta, you are charged with violation of an injunction for protection against domestic violence. I find probable cause for that offense. State, you want to be heard with regard to bond and bond conditions? Or release and release conditions?
Judge, the state would ask the court to issue a no contact, no return to the area, and a high bond, Your Honor.
Attorney Schmer, do you want to be heard? Yes, Judge, on the issue of probable cause, I would contest probable cause. The police report indicates that there was some kind of a temporary injunction that wasn't really specified what kind. It was issued approximately 11 months before Mr. Orta was arrested on this case yesterday. The statute number, specifically 741.30 subsection 5, subsection 6, indicates that an ex parte temporary injunction is only effective for a period of 15 days. I don't know if this was an ex parte temporary injunction or a full-blown hearing for a temporary injunction. The bottom line is it's not clear from the arrest report when the effective date of the temporary injunction expired. So given that, I would ask that the court find no probable cause in this case to hold Mr. Orta.
State, you want to be heard on that?
Your Honor, I'm checking on when the injunction was issued. Sorry, Judge, I haven't all this.
Next case we address will be the interpreter case, Camilo Robles. He or she is ready. State, you know anything about it?
If we can go back to
go backwards, I want to move forward, so we've got a lot to do. I don't know if maybe he wasn't served with the
Based on the
hearing
allegation-
date, and therefore they continued it.
Based on the allegation, Your Honor, he was aware of the temporary injunction, but he was served only on that day for the permanent injunction.
Okay, so was the temporary injunction in effect, or was it void? And I can tell you what, in dependency court, if a person that doesn't receive notice of a hearing, what we do is we continue the temporary injunction and reset it 30, 60, 90 days out, and it continues in force and effect until the person is served and brought in. If that was the case here also, that he didn't receive notice of a final hearing date and therefore it was continued, and it was still valid, that would be one thing. If not, Attorney Schmer's position may be well taken. That's what I need guidance on. Can anybody advise me as to his criminal history while we're waiting for that?
Judge, Officer Oquendo, Mr. Orta has criminal history going back to 1994, charges of domestic assault, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, battery on Leo. Most recently, 2015, aggravated battery, domestic, he was found guilty, has 3 failure to appears, has a violation of a domestic injunction back in October 2018, which he was found guilty, Judge.
Okay.
We did not have any contact with the victim. We were not provided with victim information.
All right, thank you. Attorney, say anything else?
I'm sorry, Judge, I can't pull it out, the temporary injunction.
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, I can't pull it up from the system, Your Honor.
Okay, so what do I do? He's indicating he's arguing no probable cause.
What is it?
Because the temporary injunction was not in effect at the time. Do you have any information that refutes that?
What is, I'm simply asking for an ROR because, again, it is the burdens of the state, obviously, to prove PC.
Okay. I'm not hearing anything else from the state. I'm going to find that probable cause is not established under the circumstances. If you find out something, state, let us know before the end of business today. And
Your Honor, can I request for 24 hours PC for this case?
for what?
Just to verify if the, what the temporary injunction was with the Leo.
Attorney Schmer, she's asking for a 24 hours hold on him.
Judge, I would object. I mean, the state, if the state has a good faith belief in filing charges, they can always file an information against Mr. Orta. There's no reason to hold him on no bond status on a misdemeanor case.
Your Honor, is that injunction out of Osceola County or out of town?
I don't know the answer to that. I presume out of Osceola County. Okay, I'm going to order a 24-hour hold based upon the facts of this case and his significant, substantial criminal history. We'll revisit it tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. I'll order the state to get a copy of the injunction, determine its validity, temporary injunction in effect at that time.
Ron, if you can give me his information, his date of birth, I can try to pull it up and see if something comes up.
The affidavit reflects white male, 9/20/81, born Orlando, Florida, Apopka address.
Okay, do you have his full name, please?
Ross Michael Orta, O-R-T-A. All right, otherwise we'll revisit it tomorrow
Judges, the
morning,
PD
Attorney Schmer.
Thank you. Is the PD appointed on this case?
Yes, absolutely. PD's appointed in every case unless I say otherwise. We have a Spanish interpreter case, Camilo Robles. And And interpreters on the phone.
Judge, he's in the hospital.
Camilo Robles.
Judge, he's in the hospital, but the next gentleman speaks Spanish also.
Camilo Robles.
I'm sorry.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Astrid Rodriguez, certified Spanish interpreter, and I have not been sworn today.
All right, raise your right hand to be sworn in.
Yes, sir.
You swear in that.
Do you swear to translate from English, Spanish, Spanish to English, testimonies given?
I do.
Wonderful, thank you. We have a gentleman who needs your assistance. Sir, your name?
Señor, ¿cuál es su nombre?
Antonio Camilo Robles.
Antonio Camilo Robles.
I find probable
Yes.
cause for possession of a controlled substance and possession of paraphernalia.
Encuentro motivo fundado por tenencia de una sustancia controlada y en minículos para las drogas.
Bond in count 1 is $2,500. Bond in count 2, $250.
La fianza en el primer cargo es $2,500 y en el segundo es $250.
Public defender is appointed to represent you.
Se le asigna el defensor público para representarle.
Thank you and good luck.
Gracias y buena suerte.
Judge, the defendant is out on bond for Osceola County case 19 CF 893, and he's also out on county probation for Osceola County case 18 MM 4312.
I'll revoke your release in 19 CF 893 and order you be held in a violation of probation and order the probation officer file the affidavit. In the second case, bond, there will be no bond.
Usted está, aparte del caso de hoy, usted tenía un caso previo por el cual estaba libre bajo fianza en 19 CF 893. El juez le revoca la fianza. Y en el 18 MM 4312, donde estaba en libertad bajo en probatoria, se revoca encuentra una violación de probatoria, será detenido sin fianza.
Thank you and good luck, sir.
Gracias y buena suerte, señor.
Does anyone else need the services of a Spanish interpreter? Please raise your hand immediately.
Si hay alguien más que necesita los servicios de un intérprete, ¿podría levantar la mano, por favor?
Mr. Reyes Barrios requires a Spanish interpreter, Judge.
Reyes Barrios, step forward.
Plus two more people, Judge.
Reyes
also.
Berríos,
Reyes.
pase adelante.
Sounds like we have 3 total. Your name, sir?
¿Cuál es su nombre, señor?
Alexander Reyes Berríos.
Alexander Reyes Berríos.
Mr. Reyes Barrios, you're charged with petty theft. I find probable cause. Bond is $500.
Señor, usted se le acusa de hurto menor, le encuentro motivo fundado, su fianza es $500.
And you're not to return or go within 1,000 feet of the place where the event occurred.
Se le prohíbe regresar o estar 1,000 pies cerca del lugar donde los hechos ocurrieron. O acercarse por 1,000 pies a ese lugar.
Public defender is appointed to represent you.
Se le asigna al defensor público para representarle.
Judge, I don't have his criminal history, but I would ask, given the fact that this is the first time petty theft with as an M2, that you consider a release from recognizance.
State, you want to be heard on that?
Judge, the state would be objecting.
Request is granted.
El licenciado ahí en la cárcel ha pedido que, como usted no tiene muchos antecedentes penales y es su primer caso de delito menor, si el juez le podría poner en libertad bajo palabra, la fiscal está en desacuerdo con esto.
Based upon the facts, your lack of history, you'll be released ROR if you qualify. Otherwise, $500 bond.
Basado en los hechos y el hecho de que no tiene antecedentes penales, será puesto en libertad bajo palabra si califica. Si no, será una fianza de $500.
Officer Okendo, does that
Judge,
language?
the defendant, yes, Judge, I was gonna mention, that defendant has one prior arrest back in 2010, an aggravated robbery with physical damage to the victim. This is out of Puerto Rico. The convictions or the dispositions are unknown. That is all.
Okay, that's fine. It will be an ROR if he qualifies. Well, I guess he would qualify. There's no reason why he wouldn't. So we don't need to say in the alternative a $500 bond, but you'll be ROR'd and you're not to return to go within 1,000 feet of the place where the event occurred. Thank you and good luck, sir. Public
Yes,
defender's
Judge.
appointed.
Usted tiene un caso previo de Puerto Rico, no del 2010, pero a pesar de eso se le va a permitir salir en libertad bajo palabra. No regrese al lugar de los hechos, señor. Buena suerte.
Ok.
Have a seat. Attorney Schmer, who else needs help? Interpreter?
We have two more. We have Miss Britt Ann Torres, plus Mr. Jeffrey Menendez Novoa. I'm told actually Ms. Torres speaks English. I talked to her briefly, but Ms. Rubio indicated that she wanted a Spanish interpreter. She says she's fine with English then, Judge. Then we have Mr. Jeffrey Menendez Novoa. He speaks Spanish.
Menendez Novoa, step forward.
Señor Novoa, adelante.
Your name?
¿Su nombre?
Jeffrey Menendez Nova.
Jeffrey Menendez Novoa.
You are charged with a violation of probation. You'll be held on a no bond status.
Ha sido acusado de violación de probatoria, será detenido sin fianza.
Public defender is appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck.
Se le asigna el defensor público. My apologies, Your Honor.
No problem.
Se le asigna el defensor público para representarle. Gracias y buena suerte.
Gracias.
All right, so no one else needs the
Thank you.
assistance of our interpreter? If that's the case, we'll disconnect with her with our thanks, and we'll continue.
Your-
Thank you,
My
ma'am.
apologies, Your Honor. I will be on standby for Orange County.
Okay, great. We may
Okay?
talk to you in a
Thank
few
you. I'll
moments.
be on standby. Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
We don't need you for Orange, interpreter.
Oh, you have no cases in Orange for interpreter?
They said no.
Okay.
Okay, and then the there is a sign language case and the interpreter will be there between 12 and 12:30 for sign.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
You too. Xavier Robinson, up. On deck, Felix Rosario. Your name, sir?
Xavier Robinson.
I find probable cause to charge you with trespass in an occupied structure, conveyance count 1, count 2, resisting without violence. Bond will be set at $500 per count, total of $1,000. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck.
Judge, I don't have Mr. I forgot your name. Xavier Robinson's criminal history. He told me he doesn't really have any, I don't believe. So if that's the case, I would ask for an ROR. These are two misdemeanors.
Judge, we found no prior criminal history.
State?
Judge, the state is objecting.
I'm going to deny the request for ROR based upon the facts and the two charges. The bond will remain at $500 per count, total of $1,000. Thank you and good luck, sir. Rosario up. Suarez on deck. Your name, sir?
Felix Rosario.
Mr. Rosario, I have a charging affidavit in front of me, charging with battery, count 1, count 2, egg assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. I find probable cause for each. Officer Akendo, do you know of any history?
Judge, we found no locals. However, the defendant has history out of Connecticut, charges of possession of marijuana, selling illegal drugs, assault, sale of controlled substances. Last arrest came in 2012 for larceny and forgery. He was found guilty, and we were unable to contact the victim in this case.
All right, as to the battery count, I'll set bond at $1,500. As to count 2, egg assault, deadly weapon, I'll set bond at $2,500 total. No weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, no contact with the victim or witnesses, and no return to the place where the event occurred. Public defender is appointed. Thank you and good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Suarez up. Torres Brito on deck. Your name, sir?
Jesus Suarez.
Mr. Suarez, you're charged with a violation of probation in 19 CF 1351. You'll be held in a no bond status as to the VOP pending further court order. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck, sir. Torres Brito up. Townsend on deck. Your name? Ms. Torres Brito, you're charged with a violation of probation for possession of cocaine at 14 CF 42273. You'll be held on a no bond status pending further court order, and a public defender will be appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck. Townsend up, Williams on deck. Your name?
Franklin Townsend.
Mr. Townsend, you're charged with 3 counts: grand theft auto, count 1, count 2, possession of firearm by a felon, and count 3, possession of methamphetamine with intent to sell or deliver. I find probable cause for all 3. Bond in count 1 will be $1,000. Bond in count 2, $4,000. Bond in count 3, $7,500, for a total of $12,500. In addition, you're not allowed to return or go within 1,000 feet of the place where the event occurred. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Archie Williams up, Zook on deck.
Judge, we'll waive the reading of the charges of Mr. Williams' case.
All right. Your name, sir?
Archie Williams.
Mr. Williams, I have an affidavit in front of me charging you with an offense. I find probable cause for it. Bond will be set at $1,000. Public defender will be appointed to represent you in this case. Thank you and good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Zook up, Roy Berry on deck. Your name, ma'am?
Rosalie Zook.
Ms. Zook, you have a warrant from out of county. You'll be held on a no bond status pending further court order. Public defender will be appointed while you're in the Osceola County Jail in this case. Thank you and good luck, ma'am.
Do they have a time limit on when they can come pick me up?
Time frame, I don't know if there's an exact time frame. I would assume sometime between 72 hours from now up to 10 days. So if
And
there's,
if they don't pick me up within that time?
call Attorney Schmur on the phone and he'll help you. Okay? That's why I appointed the public defender. So you're not there without representation too long. I suspect it'll be pretty quick though. Roy Berry up on deck, Damian Gordon. Your name, sir?
Roy Berry.
Mr. Berry, you have an out-of-county warrant, 56-2018 CT 515, St. Lucie County. They found cause, I find cause. Bond is set at $10,005. Public defender is appointed to you also while you were in the Osceola County Jail. Okay, sir? Thank you and good luck.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Gordon up, Hamilton on deck. Your name?
Marcus Hamilton.
Mr. Hamilton, you have a violation of probation affidavit in 19 MM 2305. I find probable cause, as did the judge who signed it. You'll be held in a no bond status pending further court order, and a public defender will be appointed to represent you pending further court order. Thank you and good
I'm
luck,
sorry,
sir.
Judge. That case belongs to Gordon Damian.
I'm sorry, who do we have in front of us? Marcus Hamilton?
This is Mr. Hamilton Marcus.
Okay, well, it's somewhat similar. It's a violation of probation affidavit, Mr. Hamilton, in 18 CF 3689, out of Osceola County. The judge found cause, I do too. He or she set bond at no bond. You'll be held in a no bond status pending further court order, and a public defender will be appointed to represent you too. Okay, sir? Thank you and good luck. What do we do relative to Damian Gordon? Is he up next, or did he?
Gordon?
We pass him.
We have Mr. Gordon here,
All right.
Judge.
Next up will be Inman. Your name, sir?
Damian Gordon.
Mr. Gordon, I was reviewing your paperwork a moment ago. You're charged also with a violation of probation in a misdemeanor case, 19 MM 2305. The judge signed a warrant there and found cause. I do too, and he or she ordered you to be held on a no bond status. You're going to be held on a no bond status at this time. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Okay, sir? Thank you and good luck. Inman up, Suarez on deck. Good morning, your name? Ms. Inman, you're charged with an out-of-county warrant out of Orange County, 4818-16320. And the judge there found cause, I do too. He or she set bond at no bond. You'll be held in a no bond status, and a public defender will be appointed to represent you on this case while you are in the Osceola County Jail. And looks like you have a second case out of Orange County also, in case number 4819-10301-0. And that bond is set at $3,500. Public defender will be appointed to represent you while you're in the Osceola County Jail on that case also. Thank you and good luck. Jesus Suarez up, Lewis on deck. Your name, sir? Mr. Suarez, you have an affidavit charging you with possession of cocaine. I find probable cause for it. Bond will be set at $2,500. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck, sir. William Jr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis present.
William Lewis?
It's a reset from another day, and it looks like it says reset to September 23rd, 2019, 2 days from now, which would be Monday. He was removed from the court in the past.
He refused to come, or? He,
I don't know, it's an outstanding child support matter out of Orange County.
I've been told he's refusing to show up, Judge.
Okay. Well, we'll call it again maybe tomorrow, and see if he is present. The last case that I have is Brian Case, C-A-S-E.
Judges, I understand that Mr. Case posted bond of $2,000. Judge Murphy gave him a bond of $2,000 with PTR conditions. His charge does not qualify for PTR, so I'm asking you to delete the PTR condition.
What am I here for?
State, you want to be heard?
No, Your Honor. Nothing from state.
I'll delete the condition of PTR based upon your lack of qualification. The bond will remain at $1,000 per case for a total of $2,000. And public defenders appointed if they weren't previously appointed. Thank you and good luck, Mr. Case. Attorney Schmer, do you know of anyone else there that needs to be seen at IA's this morning?
No, Your Honor.
Will you be there tomorrow?
Yes.
All right, we'll see you then. That'll conclude court in Osceola County this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're going to transition to initial appearances here in Orange County for today, September 21st, 2019. My name is Judge Craner. We're going to run through the docket this morning. We're going to address at IAs as required under the rule, identification of the person, probable cause or not, determine who counsel may be, and any conditions of release. And you'll need to keep your address up to date with the clerk so they can notify you as to new court dates. Exercise your right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Just be cognizant of that. And I'm going to appoint a public defender in every case where the person either wants a public defender or they qualify for the public defender. If they don't qualify, I'll let you know. But I think there's only one or two of those in the course of this morning's IAs. I do have one case I want to address first, and it involves a Joseph Neeker Edward Joseph, Joseph, case number 19 CF 13174. Can I have the state attorney place her name on the record for Orange County cases this morning?
Teresa Sia for the state.
With the Public Defender's Office?
Megan Albright.
Attorney Albright, good to see you. And your name, sir?
Good morning, Judge Darrell Smith, on behalf of Mr. Joseph, Meeker Joseph, correct?
All right. Let's go ahead and address the IA involving Mr. Joseph. Where is he? For these IAs today, they're going to move along pretty quickly, so if you would, listen carefully.
Judge, do you happen to have a copy of the affidavit? I couldn't image it on the clerk's site, and the state just has the warrant.
The copy I have is for the clerk, so I don't really have one to give you at this time. All right, your name, sir?
Michael Joseph.
And this is a case of 19 CF 13174. Charging affidavit charges you, Mr. Joseph, with robbery with a firearm, count 1, count 2, possession of firearm, and a commission of a felony. And it was pursuant to a warrant that was signed by Judge Calderon. He set no bond as to count 1, $10,000 as to count 2. Attorney Smith, you want to be heard?
Your Honor,
Regarding clause and bond amounts, if any?
if I might have a moment to review the affidavit, I haven't been able to review it yet. I don't know if it's imaged on the clerk's site, if I could stand down for a minute and try to see if it's imaged on the clerk's site. If not, I would ask if I could just look at Your Honors for a brief minute, just to review for PC.
State, do you have a copy of the affidavit that Attorney Smith can review?
It's on the clerk's side, Your Honor. I'm printing it now.
Okay, she'll print a copy for you. What we'll do is we'll set this aside and come back to it. Mr. Joseph, if you would take a step back, and we'll call your case up in a few minutes. In the meantime, we'll start on the rest of the docket.
Thank you, Judge. I
Let us know when
appreciate
you're
it.
ready, Attorney Smith.
Thank you, Judge.
Case I have up is Janita Huckabee. Your name?
Janita Huckabee.
Ms. Huckabee, you're charged with aggravated battery, great bodily harm, and child abuse. I find probable cause for it. Bond in count 1 will be set at $7,000. Bond in count 2 will be increased to $2,500. No weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, no return, and no contact with either of the individuals involved in that case, 19 CF 12423 AO, an adult and a child. And you are out on bond through Central Florida Bonding for aggravated battery, great bodily harm. No. He endorsed the bond. All right, so we're not going to address that. The paperwork is duplicated here, so we don't have to address that. So those are the terms and conditions at this time. Public defenders appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck, okay? Trent Pankey.
He refused, Your Honor.
All right. Isaiah Lamar.
He refused also, Your Honor.
Kenesha Price.
Yes.
Good morning. You are charged with failure to appear for a third-degree felony, I want to say, from Attorney Albrecht. And the judge set no bond. You'll be held in a no-bond status. Public defender is appointed to represent you. There is cause for your detention. Okay? Thank you and good luck. Megan Brady. Ms. Brady, an affidavit charges you with panhandling in 19 MO 1615. I find probable cause for that offense. Public defender is appointed to represent you in that case. You're out on bond for possession of a controlled substance. Attorney Albrecht, do you want to be heard?
In light of the fact that this is a county ordinance violation or a city violation, I'd ask the court take no action on that case.
State.
Judge, no objection, Your Honor.
I'm not going to take any action at this time based upon your request, Attorney Albrecht. Ms. Brady, thank you and good luck, okay?
Sir? You have a blessed afternoon.
You too. Aaron Danner. Danner?
PD, you need to speak up.
Attorney Albrecht, can you speak
Yes, Judge.
a little louder? Aaron Danner?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Danner, you're charged with a violation of probation for a theft offense. Judge found cause in that case. I too find cause. I'm going to order you be held on a no bond status in this case. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck. Samuel Bagley? Your name?
Samuel Bagley.
Mr. Bagley, I have a charging affidavit in front of me, charge you with cocaine possession, battery, domestic violence, cannabis under 20, and introducing contraband into a county facility. I find probable cause for all 4 counts. Bonding count 1 is 1,000, bonding count 3 is 500, bonding count 4 is 1,000. Attorney Albrecht, you want to be heard with regards to a bond on a battery, domestic violence?
No, Judge.
State, you want to be heard?
No, Judge. Just no contact with the victim, Your Honor.
Does anybody know about a history regarding domestic matters?
I made a copy of the state attorney's screen. He does have some history with the same people.
All right. I presume that NBD means no build? PPC, NPP means what?
What was that?
NPP?
No cost.
Okay. How about REC?
What was that?
REC. Did you get the second one, the garbage?
Okay, that's the case we're on today, It says received, that's the case that we're working with today.
Okay. As to bonding count 2, I'll set that at $2,000. No weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, no return to the place where the event occurred or within 1,000 feet, and no contact with the victim. Thank you and good luck, sir. Public defenders appointed. Correct. 2. Okay. Would that be Aziz? Good morning. We have an interpreter for Diana Aziz. If I'm saying it correctly, go ahead.
Do you swear to translate from English to sign the English testimony is given?
Thank you. Your name, ma'am? Ms. Azize, you are charged with a probation violation. I find probable cause for that offense, as did the judge who signed the warrant. You'll be held on a no bond status pending further court order, and the public defender is appointed to represent you. Are there any other issues, Attorney Albrecht?
No, Judge.
All right. Thank you and good luck, ma'am. All right, thank you and good luck, ma'am. Are you here for one case, Madam Interpreter, only? Wonderful. That concludes the hearing. Thank you and have a great Saturday. Brian Matemwa. Up next, George Jack. Your name, sir?
Temwa, Brian.
What's your last name?
Temwa.
Mr. Matemwa, I have an affidavit in front of me charging you with battery by strangulation, domestic in nature. I find probable cause for that offense. We have someone in the gallery who wishes to be heard. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, I can.
What is your name?
Bridget Mongovia,
Can you spell your last name?
MWANGOVYA.
Say it again slower.
MWANGOVYA.
All right, and your relationship to Mr. Matumwa?
He's my baby's father.
Okay. He is charged with battery by strangulation, domestic in nature. I'm getting ready to consider conditions of release. Is there any information you want me to know? I have the arrest warrant in front of me.
I just need him not to threaten me anymore and to just take care of his kids.
Okay. If I set bond in this case, and I think I'm required by law to set bond, and he posts a bond, I shouldn't say I'm required to set bond, I'm required to consider conditions of release, which may include bond, and he posts a condition of release, and he gets out, are you okay with that?
Yes, I am okay with that.
Okay, as long as I impose other conditions, like leave you alone and take care of his child?
Yes, his kids.
Children, okay.
Children.
Attorney Albrecht, do you want to be heard with regards to conditions or amounts?
No, Judge.
State, do you want to be heard?
Your Honor, the state would ask for no contact with the victim and just for the, I know the defendant will be picking up the kids, but no hostile contact, Your Honor.
Well, I'm going to say no contact, so they'll have to make arrangements to that. I'll set bond Mr. Matumwa at $2,500, order you to not possess any weapons or firearms, not to possess or consume any drugs or alcohol. You're not to return to the place where the event occurred or go within 1,000 feet of its location. You're not to have any contact in this case, directly or indirectly, with the victim. It's not no hostile, it's no contact whatsoever pending further court order. You understand those conditions?
Yes, sir, I do.
Public defender is appointed to represent you at this time. Do you have anything else you want to tell me, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right, thank you and have a good day.
Thank you.
That'll conclude the IA with regards to Mr. Matumwa. George Jack up, Mavita Mathura on deck. The last one? Yeah, I think the contact was, let's take a look at the affidavit as to that issue. At this time, I'll say no hostile contact with the son, Brandon Mongova. He was a witness to the incident. No contact with the mother of the children, no hostile contact with the child or children. Your name, sir?
Jack
First name?
Al-Shaib.
Mr. Al-Shaib, Jack, you are here charged with battery domestic violence. I have the affidavit in front of me. I have reviewed it. I find probable cause for that offense. And I'm considering conditions of release. Your name?
Zahra Daini,
Can you spell your last name for the record?
Dainy.
Mr. Heine, I'm considering conditions of release for Mr. Jack. Is there anything you want me to know? Anything you want to tell me?
That he's not hitting me yesterday.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I want him to be out.
Okay. State, you want to be heard with regards to any issues?
Judge, the state will be asking for no contact still. There was an independent witness who saw the incident.
Attorney Albrecht, any issues?
No, Judge.
Actually, you don't qualify for the appointment of counsel, so I'm not going to appoint a public defender at this time. Mr. Jack, I'm going to set bond in this case at $1,500. No weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, no return to the place where the event occurred, and no contact with this young lady, pending further court order. Do you understand that?
Could you please repeat?
Sure. Bond is set at $1,500. You're not allowed to possess any weapons or firearms. You're not allowed to consume any alcohol or possess any alcohol or drugs, or consume drugs. You're not allowed to return to the place where this event occurred, and you're not allowed to have any contact with this young lady.
Can we have in contact with my wife or
Who's your wife?
Zahra?
Is she here?
Yeah.
I'm
Is that-
here.
Is that your wife? That's what I'm
she's
asking.
my wife, yeah.
Okay. No, I'm going to order no contact at this time, okay? And I'll let you consult with counsel on that and maybe go before the judge and consider a modification based upon what's in the affidavit, okay?
So I'm not allowed to talk to her, you said?
Correct. You can't contact her in any way, shape, or form, flowers, letters, social media, telephone messages from the telephone calls from the jail to bond you out, or whatever the case may be. You can't have any contact with her from this point forward pursuant to my order. It can be modified by a judge later. In addition, you're not allowed to do it, and you're not allowed to direct anybody else to do it, like a family member, okay? No contact is absolute, no contact at this time, okay?
And how we can change that?
Consult a lawyer, hire a lawyer, set a motion before a judge, and get in front of a judge ASAP, okay?
Okay.
Thank you and good luck. Thank you, ma'am. Mathura, up. Wilson, on deck. Your name?
Mavita Matura?
Ms. Mathura, you're charged with battery domestic violence in this case. I find probable cause for the charge under the circumstances. I'm considering conditions of release. Your name?
My name is Richard Matura.
Mr. Mathura, what's your relationship to Mavita Mathura?
She's my wife for 20 years.
Okay. I'm considering conditions of release. Did you get arrested too?
No, sir.
The affidavit says at the bottom a co-defendant is Richard Ryan Mathura. I don't understand that, but did you receive a notice to appear?
Yeah, I got a phone call to come as the victim.
That's a little different. Okay, let's talk about conditions of release. I'm considering conditions of release. What do you want me to know?
I want you to know that my wife is a good person. She's going through some alcohol, depression, and she's not what you guys or what is on the paperwork. She's sick and she just needs some help.
If I set bond and she bonds out, or set conditions of release and she bonds out, are you afraid of her?
No, she's a great person. She's a great mom to my 18-year-old son. She's not hostile. It's just that if she has alcoholism is a disease, and when she drinks, we're afraid that she sometimes may hurt herself.
Is PTR available for domestic matters?
Yes, if you give her no hospital, we can do PTR with RUAs, no alcohol or drugs. So she can
And
if you give her no
is there a monitor that you can, like an ankle monitor to address alcohol possession? Okay.
we can definitely screen for RUAs.
Attorney Albright, do you want to be heard?
I would be asking for pretrial release, Judge, with no hostile contact.
Does she have any history at all?
No.
State, you want to be heard?
Judge, the state would ask for a bond in this case still.
Here's what I'm going to do, Ms. Mathura. I am going to release you straight PTR. I'm not going to set a bond amount, but it's going to be with random drug testing, including alcohol. I'm going to make the conditions as follows: no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol. That's possession or consumption. You're not allowed to return to the place where the event occurred, save one time to gather personal belongings. And I'm going to order, what type of contact do you want me to order? No contact or no hostile contact?
Judge, she's not a hostile person. She lives in the house with my 18-year-old son. She's not hostile. She's never been. If you look at her records, she has no record, not even a driving history record.
According to this, she was mad at you and she used her nails to scratch you. She scratched you on your right shoulder.
No.
Now, that may sound minor, but it is an act of hostility, I think, unless you invited it and encouraged it. And I suspect you didn't. So that's hostile, and it may not be appropriate to do it in front of an 18-year-old child also. So I'm asking you, can I set it at no hostile contact at this time? No hostile contact? That means you can have contact with her, but it's not hostile in nature, and you're the one that makes that call. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. She's not a hostile person, so that's fine. The way
Okay.
how that happened.
I hear what you're saying. I'm going to order no hostile contact. Do you understand what hostile contact is if I say that?
I can't touch him.
You can't raise your voice, your hand, slap, kick, punch, spit, throw anything at him, punch a hole in the wall next to him, scream, throw a frying pan, anything of that nature that might constitute hostile behavior, and he's the one that makes that call, okay? You understand that? Yes, ma'am,
Your Honor, you also said do not return to the scene of offense, which is their household.
I did.
Okay, so that might be a problem because they both reside there together and I don't have an alternate address.
Okay.
If you have
State,
do not
do
return.
you want to be heard on that?
Judge, it says temporary. She might have a friend that she can stay with or a family member.
Is she PTR eligible if she doesn't have a residence?
I'll leave the house if I have to. Judge,
Okay,
I have no problems. I know she's not hostile. It's when she drinks, then, and I confront her about it, that's when she's defensive. The mark on my arm was because she slipped, and when she's slipping, she's holding on to me. That's what it was. The officer knows that. There was 3 officers there. Mr. Perez was one of them. This wasn't meant to be punitive. This was meant to that way. There was supposed to be a cool down period. She is not a hostile person, and she does not have a record.
okay.
If there's if there has to be a separation, I'll leave the house. But I don't
Okay,
want my wife.
well, I'm gonna order no hostile contact. She can return to the house. And based upon what you're telling me, you're gonna vacate, so I don't know if I have any control over you to order you to vacate. But, it sounds like you don't mind if she lives under the same roof with you pending the outcome of this thing. So I'm gonna, delete the condition of no return and allow the
Thank you.
2 of you to reside together. However, Ms. Mathura, it's no alcohol. So if you have alcohol in the house, sir, it needs to go, because she might be deemed to be in possession of it if it's within actual or constructive possession of it, if it's within her grasp or control. You cannot, a sip of wine may result in you back here, okay? And PTR can order you to come in. I presume they can go to your house and knock on your door? And they'll do random testing. So you cannot possess or consume alcohol in any way, shape, or form while on this pretrial release, okay? And a public defender is appointed to represent you pending further court order. Thank you and good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you all.
All right? Quadira Wilson, up. Sharon Ballard on deck. Your name?
Quadira Wilson.
Ms. Wilson, you're charged by charging document with battery. I find probable cause for that offense. I'll set bond at $1,500. Order no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, no return, and no contact with the victim or witnesses. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck. Ballard up. Bolick on deck. Okay. Let's come back to the Joseph case.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, Attorney Smith, you've had a chance to review the affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you for giving me the opportunity to do that.
All
I don't
right.
have an argument as to probable cause at this time.
You do or don't?
Do not.
Okay. I find probable cause for robbery with a firearm as well as possession of firearm and a commission of a felony. You haven't requested regarding conditions of release at all? I will let you know that he's out on bond, and I'm inclined to revoke his release in that case too.
I would ask if Your Honor would take no action on, as to that. No charges have been filed as to that. I know there's not a declination in the file, but my understanding is that the victim does not want to go forward in that case. But since no formal charges have been filed, I would ask Your Honor to take no action.
Okay. State, you want to be heard with regards to the underlying offense and the older offense that he's
Your
on
Honor,
bond for?
The state would be asking the court to revoke the bond on that one.
I'm going to order that he be held on a no bond status with regards to the robbery with a firearm, count 1 in the new case. And I am going to revoke his release. Attorney Smith, I hear you and I understand this was an arrest for, according to my notes, battery by strangulation, false imprisonment, robbery, and battery domestic violence a month ago or so, August 15, 2019. So I'm going to order that he be held on no bond for that offense too. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you filed a notice of appearance in that case, the original one?
I have not, Judge, and I just filed a notice of appearance as to this case yesterday.
Okay, so we'll note that you're attorney of record as to the new case, 19 CF 13174. Mr. Joseph, stay in touch with your attorney. Attorney Smith, is there anything else you want to address on the Joseph case?
No, Judge, thank you.
State, anything else?
Nothing else, Mayor Judge.
All right, thank you and good luck, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Count two bond remains the same at 10,000, correct? Ballard and then Bollock, your name?
Shannon Ballard.
Ms. Ballard, I have an affidavit in front of me charging you with failing to appear for a prostitution offense. I find probable cause for that. You'll be held in a no bond status pending further court order. Case numbers 19 CF 2351AO. It appears to be a felony. And public defender is appointed to represent you in this case pending further court order. Actually, I have a second file in front of me charging you with possession of fentanyl and introduction of contraband into a county facility. Case number there is 19 CF 13346. Upon review of it, I do find probable cause for the offenses there. Bond will be set at $1,000 each for a total of $2,000. Public defender supported that case also. Thank you and good luck, Ms. Ballard. Cody Bollock, and up Richard Bowers on deck. Your name?
Cody Bullock.
Mr. Bullock, you're charged with possession of methamphetamine. I find probable cause for that offense. Bond is set at $1,000. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck, sir. Richard Bowers, up on deck, Brockington. Your name?
Richard Bowers.
Mr. Bowers, I have a charging affidavit in front of me charging with 3 counts. Count 1, trafficking in MDMA. Count 2, possession of a controlled substance with intent to sell, and possession of cocaine. And count 3, I find probable cause for all 3. And it appears you qualify for the appointment of the public defender, so I will do that. Bond in count 1 is $50,000. I'm going to increase bond in count 2 to $7,500 from $150. And count 3, possession of cocaine, will remain at $150. Thank you and good luck, sir. Michael Brockington, up on deck, Gonzalez de la Fuente. Your name?
Michael Brockington.
Mr. Brockington, you're charged with grand theft motor vehicle and failure to appear. The judge set bond at no bond. I'm going to order that you be held on a no bond status due to your failure to appear in that case. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck, sir.
Thank you, too.
All right. Gonzalez de la Fuente, up. Harvey on deck. Your name, sir?
Jorge Gonzalez de la Fuente.
Mr. Gonzalez de la Fuente, you are charged in this charging document with trafficking in heroin in excess of 28 grams, delivery of heroin within 1,000 feet of a place of worship, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. I've reviewed the affidavit in the case. In the warrant, it was signed off on by a judge. She found cause, I find cause too. And you do not qualify for the appointment of counsel, so I will not appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. She set bond at $15,000 in count 1. I'm going to increase that bond to $300,000. Bond in count 2 will be set at $5,000, and bond in count 3 will remain at $500 also. And that should conclude the IA this afternoon. Thank you and good luck, sir. Alonzo Harvey. On deck will be Hoover Jr. Your name, sir?
Hoover is medical, Your Honor.
Alfonso Harvey.
All right. Mr. Harvey, I have an affidavit in front of me charging you with the following. Case number 19 CF 13347AO. Count 1, petty theft. Count 2, resisting with violence, Count 3, obstructing. And count 4, battery on an officer. I find probable cause for all 3. Bond in count 4, Bond in count 1 will be 100. Bond in count 2, 150. Bond in count 3, 150. And bond in count 4, $2,500. In addition, I'm going to order that you not return to the place where the event occurred or go within 1,000 feet of its location. Public defender is appointed to represent you in this case. Thank you and good luck, sir. James Hoover Jr. up. Travis Johnson on deck. Your name?
Travis Johnson.
Hoover.
Hoover is medical.
Got it, thank you. On deck, Mary Law. Travis Johnson, you are charged in a warrant with robbery armed with a weapon and grand theft 3rd degree. judge then, when she signed a warrant, found cause. I too find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. It appears you qualify. Bond in count 1, robbery with a firearm, will remain at no bond. Bond in count 2 will be $2,500. You're out on bond at 19 CF 10039 AO burglary. I'm going to revoke your release in that case. You'll be held in a no bond status in that matter too. Thank you and good luck, sir.
And Judge, could you appoint the public defender on the 19 CF 10039 case?
I will. If they aren't, I will, certainly. Thank you and good luck, sir. Mary Ellis Law up on deck. Laxton. Your name?
Mary Law.
Miss Law, I have a charge in front of me charging you with petty theft with 2 prior convictions, 19 CF 13354. I find probable cause for that. I'll appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. Bond is set at $1,000. Not allowed to return to the place where the event occurred or go within 1,000 feet of its location. And I'm appointing the public defender and signing the affidavit now. Thank you and good luck, Miss Law. Sean Anthony Laxton up, Vanessa Ladie on deck. Your name, sir?
Sean Laxton.
Mr. Laxton, I have a file in front of me charging you with a couple different things, first of which is failure to appear in case number 19 CF 4452 AO. I find probable cause for that, as did the judge. The underlying charge is possession of a controlled substance. You'll be held in a no bond status in that case. Second document I have is an affidavit charging you with resisting an officer without violence. I find probable cause for that offense too. Bond will be set there at $500. Third document I have is on the top, and it shows that you're on bond in a case 19 CF 10720 AO. I'm going to revoke your release in that case in order to be held in a no bond status as to that matter too. Public defender is appointed in all 3. Thank you and good luck, sir. Up, Ladie on deck, Ernest Miles. Your name?
Vanessa Lee Leedy.
Ms. Leedy, you're charged in this case with driving while license suspended or revoked, third or subsequent violation, 19 CF 13318 AO. I find probable cause for that offense. I'm going to set bond in that case at $7,500. I'll appoint a public defender to represent you in that case. Second case I have is 19 CF 13322 AO. Smuggling contraband into a detention facility, I find cause for it. In possession of cocaine, I find cause for it. Bond in count 1 will be $5,000. Bond in count 2 will be $2,500. Public defenders appointed to represent you in that case too. You're on pretrial release in 19 CT 16670 AO and 19 CF 329, maybe 8 AO. I'm going to revoke your release in both those cases. You'll be held in a no bond status as to those also. If the public defender is not appointed in those cases, they are now. Thank you and good luck. I increased the bond in the first file, 2,575. Thanks. Up, Ernest Miles on deck, Michael Patterson. Your name, sir?
Ernest Miles.
Mr. Miles, I have an affidavit in front of me charging you with burglary, grand theft, and criminal mischief. The judge found cause when she signed a warrant. I find cause also. And bond account 1 will be $5,000, bond account 2, $1,000, bond account 3, $1,000, for a total of $7,000. And I'll order you not to return to the place where the event occurred or go within 1,000 feet of its location. Willow Lake apartment complex possibly, or any property comprising that area. And if I didn't say it, public defender is appointed to represent you. Is that the only case he has?
He has another one.
All right, thank you and good luck, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hang on one second,
Judge,
Mr. Miles.
There's 19 CF 13340, Judge, and 19 CF 13339.
All right, I'm not seeing it. I've got 13339 that I just addressed. What else is there?
13340.
Oh, okay, that's why I didn't see it. In 13340 AO, the charges are the same, almost. Burglary of an unoccupied structure, count 1, count 2, grand theft, count 3, criminal mischief. That affidavit was reviewed by another judge. She found cause. I do too. Bonding count one will be $5,000. In that instance, bonding count two, $1,000. And the criminal mischief charge will have a bond of $1,000 also, again for $7,000. There is cause. So it looks like total bonds are $14,000. I'm gonna add the special conditions, as did the judge who signed the warrant. No contact with each listed victim, no return to the scene or go within 1,000 feet of the place where the event occurred, and no contact with the co-defendant. Public defender's appointed in the second case also. Thank you and good luck, Mr. Miles. Patterson up. Looks like Rodney Paul on deck. Your name, sir?
Michael Patterson.
Mr. Patterson, I have a file in front of me charging you with possession of a controlled substance and paraphernalia in 19 CF 13372 AO. I find probable cause for those two charges. Bond account one will be $1,000, bond account two, $500. Second case I have is a charge of driving on a suspended or revoked license. I find cause for it too. I'll set bond there at $500. Appoint the public defender in both cases if I didn't say so. And that should be it. Thank you and good luck, sir. Paul up.
Yes, sir.
Ridgeway on deck. You are Rodney Paul?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. You're charged with grand theft motor vehicle, and a warrant was signed for your arrest. The judge found cause. I do too. Bond is set at $5,000. No contact with a victim, no return to the scene. And second case I have is carrying a concealed firearm. I'm reviewing the affidavit authored by Kyle Cole, 19 CF 13350. I find probable cause for that offense too. Bond there will be set at $2,500. No weapons, no firearms. Public defender's appointed to represent you in that case too. Does he have a third case or not? Thank you and good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Marvin Ridgeway up. Rodriguez on deck. Your name?
Marvin Ridgeway.
Good morning, or good afternoon at this point, Mr. Ridgeway. I
Good
have a
afternoon.
charge of cruelty or child abuse. Cruelty towards a child or child abuse. An affidavit was submitted to a judge, and she signed a warrant for your arrest. She found cause. I do too. Did I see you yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It looked familiar as I read through it, and I thought I recognized your name. I saw this gentleman, I think, in dependency court yesterday or so, and addressed the matter. It's over a report card at school when I recall it, and I see the facts here. I do find probable cause. She set bond at $5,000. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to order you to have zero contact with the victim in this case, pending further court order. And I'll ask you, Attorney Albrecht, and you can ask him or he can tell me. It matters not to me. The youth in this case, does he reside at this gentleman's residence?
This is my son.
Yes, Judge.
How do we address it? No return to the place where the event occurred.
No, he's under care with y'all now. I won't be able to see him well, I was supposed to see him Sunday, but now I'm in here, so I probably won't see him until I arrange to get out.
But you go back to your house, and that's where he lives too.
He's not there. He's at my landlord. He's staying. Well, the arrangement that we talked about.
We foster him?
Right.
Okay, so he's not residing at your address?
No, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna order no contact, but you may return to your address. No contact here pending further court order.
Okay.
Regardless of what I did there, the more severe one takes control, which I presume is no contact at this time.
All right.
Okay? But bond is set at $5,000. And let's take a look at the terms and conditions that Attorney Yunsevich addressed. No contact with a victim child, no unsupervised contact with anyone under 18. I'll order that also. And I'll appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. We've covered everything we need to cover. That'll conclude the IA. Thank you, and good luck, Mr. Ridgway.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Christian Rodriguez up, Stafford on deck.
Rodriguez's behavior, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We can revisit it tomorrow if he or she's ready. Stafford, your name?
Marcia Stafford.
Ms. Stafford, good afternoon. You're charged with possession of cocaine and paraphernalia. I find probable cause for both counts. Bond in count 1 is 1,000. Bond in count 2 is 100 for a total of 1,100. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck, ma'am.
Just hold on now.
All right. Second affidavit I have charges you with petty theft with 2 prior convictions. In reviewing the affidavit authored by Brian Harris, I find probable cause for that offense too. And bond there is set at $1,000. You're not allowed to return or go within 1,000 feet of the place where the theft offense allegedly occurred. Okay? Public defender's appointed in that case also. Thank you and good luck, Ms. Stafford. Kenneth Thompson.
How you doing?
On deck, James Irwin Williams. Your name, sir?
My name is Kenneth Thompson.
Mr. Thompson, I have a charging affidavit in front of me, 19 CF 13333 AO, charging you with, can I announce the charges out loud or not?
I'd ask that you not,
A
Judge.
felony in count 1 and a felony in count 2. I do find probable cause for both offenses, Mr. Thompson. I'm going to set bond in count 1 at $2,500, bond in count 2 at $2,500.
Can I say one thing, Your Honor, before?
Hang on 1 second before you do that. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you, and then she's going to tell you whether you can say it or not. She might want to talk to you privately first. Does he have a history where we're addressing?
He just has, he does have a lot of out-of-state conviction. The only Florida history he has is a no valid driving, but he has unarmed robbery, criminal sexual conduct, failure to comply with reporting duties, assault and a battery, and that's out of state.
All right.
No failure.
Anything else, Attorney Albrecht?
No, Judge.
Public defender's appointed. Thank you and good luck, sir. I have James Williams up. Blair Wilson on deck. Your name, sir?
James Williams.
Mr. Williams, you're charged by charging document 19 CF 13336AO with burglary of a conveyance and grand theft. I find probable cause for each. Bond in count 1, $3,500. Bond in the grand theft count 2, $150. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck, sir. Blair Wilson?
He's mental health, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Velkyra Crawford up.
Yes, sir.
And Desir Wilbert possibly on deck. Your name? Crawford?
Yes.
I have an affidavit in front of me charging with failure to appear in 19 MM 4322. I find probable cause charge underlying offense was trespass in the structure. Bond is set at $500. Public defender is appointed to represent you in this case. Thank you and good luck. Desir Wilbert up on deck. Carmichael. Your name, sir?
Wilbert.
Mr. Wilbert, I have a charging affidavit in front of me, charging with possession of cannabis under 20 grams. I find probable cause for that offense. Bond is set at $500. I have a charge of no motor vehicle registration in 19 CT 6996. Bond is set at $500. I have a ticket, criminal in nature, attaching tag not assigned. I'll ROR you as to that case. And You're on bond in 2 other cases. Possession, no. Is this an endorsement, TIBB? No, he's on bond in 19 CF 12510 AO. I'm going to revoke your release as to that case. You'll be held in a no bond status. In 19 CT 6482 AO, I'm going to revoke your release in that case. You're on bond there too also. And you'll be held in a no bond status as to that case also. Public defenders appointed in all cases. Thank you and good luck, sir. Carmichael, Doddard on deck. Your name?
Joseph Lee Carmichael.
Mr. Carmichael, I have a document in front of me charged with battery, 19 MM 633AA. I find probable cause for that offense. I'll set bond at $500. No contact with the victim. Public defenders appointed to represent you. Thank you and good luck, sir. Doddard, Molina on deck.
Daughter is behavior, Your Honor.
All right, we'll revisit it tomorrow if he's available. Carlos Molina?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Molina, I have an affidavit in front of me charging you with petty theft, 19 MM 7771. I find probable cause for that offense. Bond is set at $250. Public defenders appointed to represent you. No return to the place where the event occurred or go within 1,000 feet. Thank you and good luck, sir. Jordan Wade, Matos on deck. Your name?
Jordan.
Wade Jordan, excuse me, not Jordan Wade. Mr. Jordan, step forward towards the microphone. You're charged with a violation of probation in this case. And it's an Orange County case. It's a Brevard County case. I'm a little confused. At any rate, it's a probation violation. Let me read through it again. Committed the offense of domestic violence in condition 5. So is there a new law violation state in Orange County?
He's held on the Orange County case.
Okay. So the violation of probation is out of Brevard County. You'll be held on a no bond status pursuant to the judge's request. Case number may be 17 CF 27264. And a public defender is appointed to represent you while you're in the Orange County Jail on this case. All right, Mr. Jordan, thank you and good luck, sir.
Excuse me, I'm being represented on this violation of probation with an Orange County, public defender?
Are you?
That's what you're saying?
No, the violation of probation is out of Brevard County. I appointed her to represent you while you're sitting in our jail on that case out of Brevard County, so you're not sitting without representation. Do you have another case here in Orange County that you have a public defender on?
Yes.
Okay.
I just received this charge here, domestic violence.
Okay,
Which
well, that's a
violated my probation.
Right, and it may be based upon that. It looked like Judge Lemonitis out of Brevard County
Right.
signed a warrant. You might have been on probation with her,
Right.
and you might have committed a new offense here allegedly. Public defender was appointed here. That case is pending. They became aware of it over there and sent through an affidavit. She signed off on it and set no bond on it, and here you are. Okay, so I just appointed a public defender in this case, Judge Lemonitis' case, so that you're not lingering without a lawyer, okay?
All right, understand.
Makes sense, a little
Yeah.
complicated, but I'm sure you
I
understand
understand
it. Thank you and good luck, Mr. Jordan. Matos, Brandon, first name?
Yes, sir.
I have a charging affidavit in front of me charging you with out-of-county warrant in case number 19 CF 593A. Charge was grand theft. Judge ordered no bond. You'll be held in a no bond status as to the violation of probation. Looks like it might be out of Leon County. You're also charged with battery by strangulation here, 19 CF 12536AO. I'm going to revoke your release in that case. You'll be held in a no bond status pending further court order in that case. Public defenders appointed on both cases. Thank you and good luck, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alexander Yazbek?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. How are you?
Well, I'm doing well. What is your last name?
Yazbek.
Mr. Yazbek, I have an out-of-county warrant out of Baker County Sheriff's Office, 17 CF 54, charging you with a violation of probation for interference with child custody. Bond will remain at no bond. I'll appoint a public defender to represent you while you are in the Orange County Jail. Thank you and good luck, Mr. Yazbek.
Thank you, sir.
All right. John Mitchell Carney, Jr.?
No, sir.
All right. We'll revisit him tomorrow if he's available. Leon Rosas?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. You're charged with a violation of probation at 13 CF 13780AO, robbery with a weapon. I find probable cause for that, as did the judge who signed off on it. Judge Cast, he ordered no bond. You'll be held in a no bond status as to the violation of probation, pending further court order, and a public defender is appointed to represent you at this time. Thank you and good luck, sir. Anybody aware of anybody else who needs to see me? All righty, let me return these documents to release. We'll be in recess until tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pretty Albright may know. There was one other one though.
No, I got that one. I was gonna make sure. I thought you said because of the amount or something.
No, there was yellow sticky in here.
Oh, okay.
But it was just one.
Okay. No, I got you.